Hi guys.
I
Okay, Elizabeth, I have to say, I like you was like Mrs. Claus don't have a first name. What is happening here? And I do agree, she needs a little bit more of a modern fit because you're a modern girl. Talk about that.
so I think that's so interesting that she had never really thought about it. And I think that's very much like me. I go through my life, I have my books, I have my this, I'm not giving it a whole lot of thought. But every once in a while you land fully in yourself and you're like, wait a minute, there should be more. There should be more flavor. There should be more something to me. So I like that she kind of fights for her own identity and therefore kind of, fighting for women. She's like, hey, listen, we need more. Let's just, how do we go about getting this? I should absolutely have a first name. I should have an identity that's not just tied to yours. Let's think about it. And I like it. There's some good humor that comes from it, but I also think there's a little bit of truth in there.
Absolutely. And Austin, you're in your own little world, and I'm like, there's all these fun things happening you should be taking advantage of. And also, like, it doesn't seem like you want to be Santa. He's giving you the hints, and you're like, I like the perks, but I don't want to do the job. Talk about that.
That's a great way to put it.
Great. I love that.
Cal doesn't know too much about like the whole world outside of the North Pole. Like, I mean, he's lived in the North Pole his life. He's never left. So I think he just wants to get more real life experiences, even if that being Santa would ever become an idea for him. I think he just wants to like live life more because yeah, he's noticed he's getting too caught up in his virtual reality world, and he wants to experience the world. Like he knows his mom is from the real world, but he's
Yeah.
never stepped foot there. So he's a kid seeking more experiences in life, which I admire too so much, and I love it.
I love how brave he is. I love that he jumps right in. I love his passion and his like I just feel like that he's just I love him. I love your character.
The writers are so much fun with all of us, and they like give us all layers and make us delve into the story. Like the whole first thing, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think this series is kind of what we need, a little bit of brevity and a little bit of fun in these very interesting times, shall we say. Can you talk a little bit? I think this family lives in a bubble, but I think that's a good thing because they're still very much for family. Also talk about a little bit about this family in its own way is bonded and very much for each other.
We all have our little quirks that you'll find out as you watch the show, and it's fun to see the family kind of break out of their shell so much more. Like we all are. Like I live in my own little virtual reality world. Mrs. Claus is discovering more about herself, and my sister Sandra in the show, she's discovering more about herself as well, being into the real world. And I feel like it really helps us grow as a family outside of our whole North Poleness.
Yeah.
So
And the whole being human, the only four humans, in a very controlled environment. You're right. For so long, they did learn to rely on each other and count on each other. And watching them explore the world and themselves with that tight bond is kind of what we go to for Christmas, isn't it? We want
yeah.
to all be together. We want to nurture each other. We want to see each other. We want to help each other grow. Like it's beautiful.
Absolutely. Well, happy holidays, guys, and can't wait to see the rest of the series.
Thank you.
Yes,
Oh my
thank you so
gosh, I
much.
love your voice.